course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Councillor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring, a matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Hey, you think those bikes
All right, guys, welcome back to some more LA Noire. Looks like we are heading to the pawnbroker and then over to the rail yard.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
What exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
It's quite possible.
I want to make comments. You know you make it.
need a drink?
You drive.
I got the jitters.
I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
Pawnbroker. Get us there in one piece, please. Don't get hit by a car either.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Pawnbroker, 1018 in the AM. Alright, let's see what we can find.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Okay. What about this one?
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
22 karat gold.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Well, that didn't give us a lot to go on.
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Headed over to the rail yard. I wonder why the case notes keep getting blurry like that. That's really strange.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herb is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Muller.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it.
Rail yard, 11:02 a.m. On another female.
Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them. What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Is there anything down here? No? Okay. You know me, guys. I always like to check everything.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Another missing ring indeed.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Okay, so new 2 a.m. time of death. Nothing here. Anything on the torso? Nope, that's it for the body.
Blood splatter on the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
Yep. Doesn't look like anything over here. I just wasn't sure if maybe dude might have dumped a murder weapon or something around there. Oh, we got a purse.
Nice day, gentlemen.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's
Keystone.
going to be difficult, Cole. The Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
All right, what else we got here? Looks like we got a book of matches and another letter. Is it from that same bar?
Maybe someone at Munchies will remember her.
Munchies bar, corner of 9th and Main. Okay.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's not even worth investigating.
Interesting. Okay. Do we have anything else over here?
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Incidental. This isn't what we're looking for.
Nothing over here.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand.
He just decks him.
Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him. You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. Took a look.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Okay, what about the discovery of the victim's body?
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is gonna look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
He must not hit that hard because that guy keeps getting right back up after getting slugged.
I'm at a loss.
I say we check out Mench's place. By the smell, this broad spent a good chunk of time hopping bars.
Alright, well, I guess we're not allowed to talk to that guy. We gotta use the police phone. We gotta use the bat phone. We gotta get an address.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Alright, that's where I'm thinking we're gonna head to.
You know the way. You can drive.
We're gonna go
Where
to
exactly are we going?
Levine's Liquor Store.
You read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Just saying. Levine's Liquor Store, 11:30 a.m. Another fine day to break a case.
can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Well, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
Oh, jeez. Him and his alcohol.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
Bowling pin.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place, corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Okay, well, we got a bowling alley that we could possibly investigate.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
All right. Nothing here.
She wasn't always such a loner. Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Okay. That looks to be about everything over here. All right, let's head out. Where'd the other guy go? Let's ask him some questions. Where did he go? Oh, he's back here.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
He looks genuine.
I got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. To be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
He's looking, yeah, he's looking around.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
All right. I think there was another place that we needed to head to in our little pocketbook here.
You can drive.
Yep, that's right, the bar.
Fine. Where are we headed?
We're heading to Munchies bar. Munchies bar. 11:39 in the AM.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
A bunch of these guys. That's not gonna come out very good.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
I already don't like this guy's smirk.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Uh-huh.
You want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
What about that book we found that had your name in it?
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
Oh yeah, well, this book says otherwise.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Okay. Tiernan's our man,
Can you
huh?
go into this one?
And where exactly are we going?
I guess the only place left we got is the bowling alley.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in. Car 11K, car 11K, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly, return to Central, code 2.
11 King.
Get out of the car. I don't want to go there. I want to go to the bowling alley. All right. Let's see. Where is the bowling alley? Here, better yet, I have a better idea. Let's just look at our pocketbook here. Let's see, location, Central Police Station. Nope, we're gonna go to the bowling alley. Watch out.
If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
Plus, I get there much. Well, I was gonna say maybe I get there much quicker, but he actually like talks for a little bit, and then we just kind of teleport there. And then that's how I park our car. All right, Rawlings Bowling, 11:55 a.m.
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Okay, hopping around pins towards the back.
That's one heck of a Sunday.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Why is he running? Oh god, he's getting in the car.
There!
Oh god, we're getting into a nice car for this chase.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Whoa!
These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
I'm trying to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Dude, you never shoot out the tires.
Off the road.
Another runner. Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
I'm trying to ram out his wheel well.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Going through the square.
I hope the people see him in time to get out of the way. This isn't the killer. We can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
What if they run because someone's setting them up? Because they feel like the debt is stacked against them?
Don't make up ridiculous stories for them, detective. Leave that to the clerk's imagination.
Whoa!
Now is
Snap.
not the time to play around, Phelps.
I hit something in there. Don't worry about it.
Oh, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
God damn it, he'll kill himself.
It's all right, as long as he doesn't kill us. I'm okay with it.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
I'm trying to hit him.
That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
There we go.
You heard the call. Skipper doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Put your hands where I can see them.
We need to get dispatch to shut down those trains, too, before we get ran over. In the paddy wagon. Sweet. All right, now we can go head to the station.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
LAPD. Make it snappy. Sure, we're gonna get chewed out for not heading there first. As usual. Alright. Let's head inside.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love.
That's the cop from the newspapers. I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure. I swear, this...
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And follow up on Evelyn Summers. I want daily reports.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
You're a real asshole. You know that?
Alright, so we gotta go get an address.
Parker or Green? I don't know who'd be worse.
Did we really just pop a quarter in?
Operator, give me dispatch.
We popped a quarter in to call dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
Okay, sweet. We got an address on that Grover McCaffrey or whatever the heck his name is. Oh, look at this guy. He's already in the car waiting for us. Well, then why don't you drive us there if you're already waiting?
And where exactly are we going?
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with it?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Wow. Heartless. Heartless. McCaffrey's apartment, 4:29 p.m. Wonder what we're gonna tussle up here. Oh. Apartment number 6.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Which we already knew that. So where's apartment 6 at? Rooms 5 and 6 to the left. Oh, there's 6 right there.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
Sure, I'll kick it in. Got nothing in here. Nothing over here. Oh. We got a book here.
No good to me.
Which is irrelevant to anything. Uh-oh. Oh, look what we got here. Murder weapon.
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Rawlings bowling.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
I didn't get a chance to look at the shirt. I wasn't sure if it was part of a clue or not. Alright, down the hall and upstairs, she said. He's got a pigeon coop up here. This is obviously our guy.
Solve that big case.
Oh, right here. There's our man.
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Come on. Come on, Phelps. We're not losing him. We got this guy.
There he is. See him?
Yeah, no kidding. I see him.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
Where's our wheels, Rusty? Come on, Finbar.
He looks dangerous.
You don't say. Oh! Come on, Phelps. We're almost there. Come on. I got it. I got it.
McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
Nice. Nailed it.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's gotta be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Whoever did it. At least it was that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Alright, we gotta head to Central. Looks like we got some interrogations to do, guys. I think we've got this guy.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
Okay, Tiernan is in 1.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
So you ran?
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
He's lying.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
Yeah, he's lying. I just gotta figure out, let's see. What about, let's see. McCaffrey testifies to seeing the victim enter a hotel. That's right, that's right, that's right. Victim last seen.
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
We either hang this on you or McCaffrey. You better give us something.
Well, McCaffrey's been in trouble with the law before. I mean, he always makes out it was some kind of labor dispute. But, you know, I'm not so sure.
What about your alibi?
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Oh, you're lying again.
You're lying, Tiernan. You've been fighting with her. You fought, and...
I'm not lying! She got up and left! That was it!
Time of handbag. Book. Store owner. Robin testifies. Victim bought whiskey for a boy after an argument. That's gotta be this one.
She left, but she came back. She bought you a quart of whiskey to make it up to you. She told the liquor store owner. You're in deep trouble, buddy.
She said she loved me. She wanted to care for me. But she would never stop talking about McCaffrey. McCaffrey was a writer, and McCaffrey was a hero. McCaffrey cared for the little guy.
Did you kill her, Tiernan?
I might as well have. Kicked her out. She had nowhere to go.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Okay, we're gonna leave this
Evelyn
in.
was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
I don't want to charge him yet. I want to go talk to the other guy in interview room 2. Where is this one at? Interrogation room 2. Right here.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
He's lying, though.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You were out at the rail yard.
And what do you have that proves I was there?
Missing ring. Vagrancy, no. Time of death. Handbag. Movie lot job. That's just her ID. Upper half. That's right.
You're going to have to do better than that, detective.
Oh, maybe not. Access to a tire iron.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Well, yeah, we have Tiernan's accusation.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
All right.
I was door knocking all morning. But
Well, at least we got one of two on that one. All right, let's go speak to Tiernan.
Think those Vice boys get any on the side?
I always get so confused in these places.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go? It's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
You're lying again. McCaffrey
I know you're lying.
ratted you out.
You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Because we have McCaffrey's accusation of you now.
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn, and that it was all over the radio, and that he would protect me. And I don't know, detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
It sure as hell's looking like it.
Wait here.
That you never saw it.
I'm gonna go back to the other interrogation room.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down.
Can I not talk to him again?
I've been in this job 20 years. I never tried.
Why does it have a phone here?
Operator, give me R&I.
That's strange. It's having me like there was a phone icon now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you.
Ah, that's why it wanted us to use the phone. We just got his jacket. Now we should be able to interrogate him again.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're wrong. You're lying. We just pulled your jacket.
Lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
Because we've got your criminal record now, buddy.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Oh. I think this is our man. Let's do it.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in a prison graveyard.
Thank you, Cap. Oh, spending the rest of your life in prison, my friend. Don't drop the soap. The studio secretary murder. Case closed. Vehicle damage, 126. No inquiries, $59 in city damage. Grosvenor McCaffrey can write and tell a memoir from his cell on death row. Thank you guys for watching some more LA Noire. Another case has been closed. We'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.